All the good weather we've been having here lately has left us a little bit dry, but that's been good news as far as the harvest season is concerned. Joining us now with this week's Bottom Line is Neil Melancon. And Neil, the dry weather we've talked about has been great so far, but it was good for cotton producers here in Louisiana, but cotton harvest is still going on across the country. What's it looking like across the rest of the cotton belt?
Well, of course, it is over here in Louisiana, Mike. It probably is a record pace as well. It was certainly faster than last year by about 20%. Nationwide now, cotton harvest is 5% ahead of last year overall, and in half the cotton producing states, that number is 10% or more. The problem, of course, is that the speed of the harvest doesn't necessarily equate to a good harvest. The same dry weather that's making it possible has sapped the crop all year long, especially in our neighbors in Texas. Almost all of their dryland cotton has failed, and what was irrigated is almost 50% in the very poor to poor category. Experts there predict a crop that will be almost half of what it was in an average year. And here in Louisiana, we fared a little better with almost 2 bales per acre coming in, which was higher than expected, but still well below where it could have been had we had adequate rainfall. The bottom line for cotton is, of course, price, and with those prices hovering around $1 per pound, it certainly is a pretty good one, and that price has fallen, though, from its $1.50 highs we saw at the start of the year, which spurred many producers to grow more cotton this year, about 10% more on average. For Texas, it means financial ruin for many farmers, but its effect remains to be seen here in Louisiana. We still have to see what kind of overhead costs we're going to come out with, Mike, and one of which, of course, being diesel fuel, and that's the big expenditure this harvest season.
And I'll tell you, Neil, our friends next door in Texas have just had a very, very difficult year. Neil Melancon, thanks. And remember, you can listen to any of Neil's reports on the Louisiana Farm Bureau Radio Network. For a list of stations where you can tune in or listen online, just click on over to our website, twilatv.org, and look for the LFB radio link on the left side of the home page. That does it for this edition of This Week in Louisiana Agriculture. Join us again next week when we'll wrap up our series on the importance of the Louisiana sugar industry. Until then, you can watch any of our stories online at our website. You know the address, twilatv.org. For all of us here at This Week in Louisiana Agriculture, I'm Michael Dana. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Hope to see you again right here next week.